You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek. You're
Are we
great.
gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips, I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
Pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know?
Oh,
What if I wasn't ready?
you're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You what?
You're great.
The great.
I realized the last
Michael
five
the Great.
episodes, I've said you're the best the second time, and I'm trying to switch it up, but then I went, you great.
Oh, you choked.
I got excited.
Well, you're still pretty cool.
It's pretty. It's so bad.
Like I didn't buy in all the way, but I do.
Welcome to the Hug Life podcast. I'm Dan Rather.
And I'm Walter Cronkite.
This is our podcast.
What if they had a podcast?
Dude, it would be a very monotone podcast, and I would listen to every episode.
I like it. I'm really Mike Coletta.
I'm Monica Nevi. This is the Hug Life podcast, where we talk about hugs and life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get it together, man.
I was looking out into space. I was thinking about it.
Thinking about space or
Thinking
hugs
about
and life?
hugs and life.
Oh,
Yeah, why are you
got it.
being such a friend?
because that's what I do. All right, but
Mhm.
let's. We got a lot to talk about.
We
I'm
do have
really
a lot to
excited.
talk about. It's exciting times. Let's do the shows right off the plug of the shows. Right
The
off
plug of the
bat.
shows.
Mhm.
This is going to come out on November 30th, and I will be in Seattle already.
What are you doing in Seattle?
Yay! So much stuff and shows.
Yay.
December 1st through 3rd, I'm at the Comedy Underground in Seattle. The 2nd of December, I'm also doing the Seattle Super Secret Stand-Up Show.
What?
Midnight, Fremont Athletes Theater,
Midnight.
back home, you know, back where my
Midnight
baby lives. There
is
we go.
all right.
I have a baby.
You have a baby? You have a baby? Whose baby is it?
Mine.
But who else is it?
Comedies.
Comedy baby?
Yeah.
Man, I hate it when comedy got me pregnant.
Comedy got me pregnant, and I'm locked down for 18 years
It's
now.
undeniably comedies.
Oh, and then December 4th, I'm at the Naked City Brewery.
Ooh.
A fun show. Corey Michaelis is headlining.
That'll be a good time.
Yes, and then I'm assuming I will have announced this on another episode before this, but I'm doing another big theater show in Renton. It's December 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Night Before the Night Before.
Mhm.
Ooh, what?
Don't point
Look
your
at
finger
that.
at me.
A comedy benefit show.
Oh.
Presented
Who's it benefiting?
by Monica Nevi. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
That's going to be great.
Yes, it's a big theater.
Who all's on that show?
We're going Carco Theater this time. It's actually a better establishment, I think. And I'm going to be on it. Courtney Shane Williams is going to
What?
feature. And then Brooks Macbeth, who is also from Renton.
What?
is going to headline.
What a crazy show.
Right, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be great.
I think you're gonna be
people.
great.
You can get your tickets online now.
Yeah, dude.
And, go look at stuff in there, and it'll be there. There'll be information.
I don't have a lot right now because I just got back from Tampa, and boy, was it sunny.
Boy, are your arms tired.
Boy, are my arms tan and tired.
Tan
tired?
Tamp.
Yeah, I haven't gone to Tampa yet, but I imagine the entire time I'm there, I'll be in a sleeveless shirt. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sun's out, guns out.
Skies out, thighs out.
There you go.
Yep. So,
Got your real cut-off shorts.
but I did just put a bunch of dates on where I'm at in Seattle. The whole time I'm there. I'm there for a while, so go to colettacomedy.com. Also, on December 10th, I'm doing the Legacy Room in Chino.
Yeah, go. Yeah, Chino, you guys.
Beautiful Chino, California.
I enjoyed that show. It's a great show. Roy and Jimmy put on a good thing there.
Yeah, dude.
In Chino.
Yeah,
Check
dude.
it out.
Check it out.
Check out Chino.
Check out Chino. Chino,
Okay.
check out. Do a Chino checkout before you go there.
Holidays. We're probably in the midst of it at this point.
Holidays.
Trying to put myself in the mindset of a week from now or whatever.
Well, you're going to be away from me
Gotta
from this time for like a week almost, so you're going to feel really bad.
Exactly.
You're going to be really upset.
No.
Be like, where did he go?
But I do think it's going to be time to start thinking about what you're going to give for gifts.
What do you want for Christmas? Oh, wait, I already know what I'm getting you for Christmas. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter what I want.
Yeah, I know
You
what you
already
want.
know? Okay. Well, are you going to get it on Amazon?
Yeah,
Are you going to use our banner?
you're damn right I will.
You're going to go huglifepodcast.com, click on that banner,
Yeah.
and then purchase
And then shop as I normally would.
whatever
And
gift.
I'll get a little kickback. So it'll be like I'm getting refunded a little bit for giving you a present.
I'm going to get Mitch a tank top.
One that doesn't allow your boobers to pop out.
Yeah. Oh, what did I think of today? And whipped cream.
And yeah, he needs whipped cream.
Yeah.
He really does.
He
I
was
had
very upset.
present ideas for both of you, and I don't remember what Mitch's was, but I remember what... Oh, man.
He won't listen to this. So.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to get him another tank top. He needs two.
He does need to. Okay, so you guys don't know, but Mitch literally wears the same tank top all
Every
the
day?
time. Like, all the time. And it's cozy. One of his boobs falls out, and then I laugh uncontrollably.
Yeah.
So we need more of that happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Why keep your boobs in, really?
It's the story of our lives.
Why keep your boobs in?
Why Keep Your Boobs in a Memoir by Mitchell Burrow.
Yep. So Amazon got that. Also, another great gift idea.
Uh-huh.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
We have your great red T-shirts and also gray. The Hug Life Chose Me T-shirt. Get it? You know that hug bug in your life?
Yeah.
Or somebody you think
Needs it.
is great and should be reminded?
By that? Of that?
Or
For that?
Or they like to remind people that they're great. Doesn't matter. Just so you can get those the easiest way, monicanevi.com. Buy my stuff. There it is.
There
It's
it
right
is.
there.
Also, if you want to give a gift to Monica or I, please rate and review and subscribe to the podcast on
Yes.
iTunes or Stitcher. It makes us feel so good.
That's it. That was a good one.
Thank you. That was
That
really
would be the
seamless
best-
segue. I'm slowly
best
falling off the
gift.
couch. Oh,
The
God.
best gift you could give us is have all your friends go 5-star ratings.
Yeah, that really helps us out.
Right.
Makes us feel good.
How sexy we are and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean...
Or, you know, whatever you guys want.
I already know how sexy I am.
That's good that you're confident in yourself. I need
I got it.
outside affirmations.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I would say you're sexy, but I feel like that'd be weird with our relationship.
Yeah, it would be weird.
Yeah, so
Please
we're just
don't.
friends.
Please don't.
I think you're cool.
Because somebody could tweet it to me
Yeah.
at Monica Nevi or Instagram.
Do you have friends? Do friends call each other sexy?
You could probably see a lot of Christmas photos. Yeah.
Friends.
Well, no, I guess I don't know what you...
Like, I just can't go up to
if you say like maybe...
hey, Fred, you look real sexy today.
Maybe he's wearing like a nice suit or something, you know?
I'm going to try it out on my friends when I go back to
And then you're like,
home,
you
and
know, you
I'll
look pretty
go back
sexy
to you.
today. If you say it like that, unless you're like, hey, you look sexy. Like, that's kind of weird.
you look sexy today.
You know what? Email us, huglifepodcast at
noises.
gmail, and tell us when it's appropriate to tell
call our
someone they're
friend
sexy.
without
Yeah.
it being
Or
weird.
you think like if you're going out or you're all getting dressed up for something fancy or something, you'd be like, well, damn, you look sexy.
Yeah, can I tell you about something that I find very sexy right now?
Sure.
It's raining in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that is
that
sexy.
makes me happy.
Rain's kind of sexy anyways.
I always
That's why
liked
I
rain
like it.
more than sunshine.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
People are always like, oh, you live in Seattle. It's probably so depressing.
I'm like, I love it.
And I'm like, I don't live there anymore.
I thrive in it. I thrive in the rain.
I know. I liked it a lot. I was very aroused by the rain.
You get aroused by the rain?
Mhm.
I mean, I don't get aroused by the rain.
You don't get inspired? Hashtag inspired?
Oh, I thought you were talking about sexual arousal.
Yeah,
That's what
hashtag inspired means boner.
Really?
Dude,
Have I
we
been
made
doing
this
this wrong?
up the other day.
Have I been using this around the whole time?
Yeah.
I just saw a dead cat. Hashtag inspired. Oh, man. Now it's like boners for a dead
But
cat.
even if it meant the other thing, why would you be
I
inspired
don't
by
know.
a
I was
dead
just trying to
cat?
think of something terrible and put it in
Like,
there. But now I just look like a serial killer. Which kind of
You
relates
do.
to our topic today.
Maybe. Yeah. Are we going to do some good news first?
Oh, yeah. Hey,
I think
guys.
we're good on plugs, right?
Hey, Monica.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey, guys. Good news.
Oh, that was such a good one.
Thank you.
That felt really good. I like better not having a sound drop and just having you do it.
Well, we haven't ever tried the other way, but
I mean, I already can
do
tell
an
I like this
ending
better.
one.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
After a 2014 battle with lupus left Stacy Kozel paralyzed from the waist down, to defy the disease, she used an exoskeleton. I love this because it's got a future. To hike the 2,189.1 mile Appalachian Trail.
Wait, what?
So she got lupus and she was paralyzed. And she's like, I'm not going to let this stop me. And to raise awareness for it, she had an exoskeleton. You know what that is?
No.
Like a thing
I
that kind of
guess
goes
maybe
around
that's-
your legs. It kind of helps you walk more.
Okay, I mean an exoskeleton is like animals that have their bones on the outside
but
of their
for
body.
humans,
So then a human version.
it's a robotic thing.
Got it. It's a robotic.
And she used it to
thing.
walk the Appalachian Trail.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really
That's-
cool. It's uplifting, right? Doesn't that make you feel good?
Yeah, that's.
Mhm. Do you feel
that's
inspired?
Not. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. Exoskeleton. Immediate boner.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's like a crazy one of those things where you're like, I could never walk again, and then she gets to do that still. That's cool.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
I liked it.
One down. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
86-year-old man learns to knit so he can make hats for premature babies. That's a good one. Why are you not responding to that?
I want to laugh so bad at
Why?
that. I don't know.
Because you picture an old man knitting?
Yes, but also, why just premature? Why not all babies?
Well, because the premature babies need something to cover their heads.
Yeah, why don't we start with premature babies?
This is from Georgia.
And then if he gets really good at it, he could knit them for
It says
all the
there's
babies.
more than 300. They call them preemie babies. I don't think we need to shorten it. You can just say premature. In the
think a lot of
NICU
people
at
call them
Northside
preemies.
Hospital in Atlanta are sleeping more cozily thanks to the efforts of an 86-year-old man named Ed Mosley.
Was Ed in there just visiting the babes, and he was like, hey, there's a lot of preemies here. I should knit hats for them.
Well, he did it as like a holiday gift to the babies.
That's nice. Do they have is that like a thing? Is there a lot of premature births?
I think there. I mean, I think all places there are. But
Well, I know
here-
there are premature births, but that just seemed, he said 300?
Yeah, he made 300.
That's a lot of premature babies.
That's about that's 300 in the NICU currently at the time of this story. So yeah,
That's
that is
crazy. I feel like that's a lot, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I didn't read about baby science. I just read the article.
Yeah,
for the goodness.
I don't really look into baby science very often. So
Baby science. Last good news story. You ready for it?
yeah,
Villagers risked their lives to help rescue a baby elephant trapped for hours in a well, and they rescued it. Spoiler alert! They rescued it. So the problem they were having is the mom was there, big old elephant mom. But these are wild elephants.
Seems rude. Don't call her.
But
that.
she's an elephant and she's big and she's a mom.
But you said big old elephant mom.
Well, she's an elephant. I'm talking about a literal elephant. I'm so confused right now.
I'm just kidding. Keep going.
So the elephant's baby gets stuck in the well, and the mom's trying to rescue it, but she can't get a good footing because the sides of the well are like muddy, and so she's just falling
she's
in
like
also.
slipping, yeah.
So what they had to do, and this is kind of interesting, is they did this for 11 hours, the mom trying to get the baby out, and they couldn't do it. And they were really worried the baby was going to drown, and they wanted to get in there, but they couldn't because with the mom there, they could kill them because it's like a mom and a
Right.
baby. So they, the way they took bananas to because the elephants love bananas there, I guess, and they fed the elephant mom bananas to distract her, and then they dug out the loose dirt and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when the mom tried again, she pulled it out immediately.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like
Wow.
they helped the elephant mom without the elephant mom even knowing.
Yeah, when she was
Eat some bananas.
because she very quickly forgot that her child was in the well. She's like, oh, bananas? Oh,
well,
hang on.
you're still hungry.
Yeah. Well, she needed to refuel
That's
after
right.
that long
and then
of
after
trying
she
to get the baby
refueled,
out.
she got the mom out.
She got
the baby out.
The baby out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
appreciate the dedication of the villagers.
Do you like that story?
Yeah, it was a good story.
Thank you. That was the end of good news.
Hey, guys. That was good news.
That works.
That works. That's good.
I like
don't
it.
know. All right. You ready to pee spin? Today we
I'm
got a
ready
tough
to
one.
pee while spinning.
No.
What? That's not what we're doing?
Nope. No peenados.
A peenado?
Yeah. We're going positive spin.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I feel weird saying it, but we're going to positive spin cults.
Like a cult. Like being in a cult.
Yeah, but not like we've been watching a lot of documentaries
So
about
let's go
cults,
first. Let's
like
first
multiple
explain the documentaries on cults.
Okay, what was the first one we watched?
The first one we watched was called
was about leaving them, right?
Leaving Them. It's called Deprogrammed.
Yeah.
And it was about a guy who he was getting in trouble with the law because his method of deprogramming people that are in cults, like brainwashed teens, involves like physical violence and like.
Well, he never hurt them, but if they would try to leave, he would restrain them.
Yeah, but and kidnapping.
And he would he was kind of mean about it, like when he
Yeah.
was like yelling at them.
And these are
kind
granted
of.
religious cults from like the 70s and 80s. Is
Right.
primarily what he was doing.
His name was Ted.
Ted really hates cults.
That's all I know. Yeah,
Ted
it's
would
like
not
his-
want us positive spinning cults.
No, he went hard though on the deprogramming stuff.
Yeah.
So good job, Ted.
But that wasn't the one that made us really get all interested in it.
No,
It was the one that I'm like, should we just watch this one? And you're like, yeah. And we're just like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it's called Holy Hell,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about the Buddha Field
Field
cult, which wasn't. I feel like all cults don't start as cults. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
they
that's
start
not-
as like a small time religious group. for
Yes, I also
funsies.
when I looked up what cult meant, because it was like when Romney was running for president, and they called Mormonism a cult. he was like, that's a really derogatory thing to say.
Yeah.
And it has become a derogatory thing, but it means that a group of people who just like worship one of the same thing. So it could be a person, which the reason in a lot of cults we're talking about, there's a leader and he makes himself, I think they're all dudes, he makes himself
usually.
that person, but it could be that they all worship like the same idea or the same like
deity.
Yeah. Yes.
There you
That
go.
isn't physical. Which is like just what the word means. So it's not necessarily like that part of the word doesn't really mean anything bad, but we've made it
Bad.
yes.
Because of like, yeah. So the whole idea of this Bluefield documentary is that they were in this thing for like 22 years before they got out.
Yeah.
And the one dude, I highly recommend everyone watch it. It's a CNN
it's
film.
interesting.
It's on Netflix. It's super interesting. But what's crazy about it is like how long these people were in this without realizing what they were doing.
I don't know if I've told the whole story of us going to the Scientology building, but me coming out. So we were in there for like 2 hours, letting the guy like tell us all about it, right? And when you come out, you go, yeah, I could see why people would do that. I wouldn't do that, but I could see why people would want to buy in, right? I think there's like a combination of things that needs to be happening. And one of those is that you're looking for something, like you feel lost a little bit. So all these people kind of like were feeling lost and needed something like more meaning in their life. And this dude was like, hey, we're about like, being together and being friends and just hanging out kind of thing. And also ballet. And
forced mandatory ballet.
Also, I am the cool guy. He was like an actor.
Yeah.
And he I don't know, he was really interesting.
Can we do this? Because I want to talk about it. So we need to do this. Let's say right now, whatever we're at timing wise, if you don't want to be spoiled, the movie,
Yeah.
like maybe skip 5 minutes ahead, and I'll watch to make sure we don't talk about it for longer than 5 minutes.
Okay.
About what actually happens in the documentary. Because that's what made us need and want to talk about this. So, you ready? From this moment in 3... Oh, wait, actually, let's wait 5 seconds because then right at 17 minutes. And go. All right, so this is the spoiler version. So what happens, Monica?
What happens? Okay, so there's a ton of stuff that he like makes them do that made us go, that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Like they would all have to do like ballets and like perform them for each other.
For nobody.
Which I think like he would put enough of them in the, but there's like 200 people following him. You know what I mean? So there's still some people there, but they live in like this same house and like stuff like that.
First they were in California and then they got like some heat, I guess you could say.
Yeah, because another cult had gotten caught, and so then they started paying attention to them.
They moved, and they did the classic cult thing where the leader goes somewhere to find a new place, and then all the other followers go. And they went to Austin, Texas.
Right.
And that's what weirded me out is when they made like the fucking bird place, like the
the
backyard,
bird sanctuary, and like
thing.
just weird stuff. So you're like giving all your money to them basically, and like service, you're cleaning and doing whatever.
Yeah.
It's a community. I understand the like thought of joining it and being like, oh, there's a bunch of nice people who are like thinking the same thing, and it's very spiritual, I guess. Oh, that was the other part, is that he could like, it would like show you the knowing, like it was some connection you could have with God, and he would like wait until he thought you were ready and then like bring you in the woods. And I don't know, but a lot of them, like even after they left, were like, yeah, he like, I saw some shit, like that's whatever. So they're all like bought in at this point, but the filmmaker was in the cult the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
And he was like filming stuff for him, so he's got all this footage of like all the stuff they've been doing. But then if they wait for a really long time to reveal that almost pretty far towards the beginning of that 22 years, he started like having sex with all the
guys,
male members, and like telling them not to tell anybody, and like a lot of these guys obviously didn't want to do it. And like, so we were finished watching the movie and somebody else was over here, and he goes I don't really see what he did wrong? And then both you and I look at him and go, oh, the rape? Like that would probably be it. Like
definitely
it was probably the rape. Yeah, probably the rape. But
also just the idea, like for me, this is one thing that blew my mind about it is they kept giving him money, like lots of money, like buying him houses. And I'm like, where is this money coming from if they're dedicating their whole time to the cult? Like I didn't understand it. I was
they
like,
were still working somehow.
yeah,
but I don't
they
really
bought
know.
they bought him a house in Austin. Then they bought the plot of land to build the ballet theater on, and that ballet theater was built and rebuilt like several times. They made it say sound like, and it's just
they
like,
end up in Hawaii. That's the weird part about the end of this is that he's still doing this. Like there's still the cult is like still,
and he's still there
going.
Yeah.
He's still there at the very end of the film. This is still part of the spoiler part. The filmmaker guy brings a camera with him and like basically confronts him. Like he goes and says, hey, because he's left at that point. He goes and says like, hey, I'm here. How are you? Kind of thing. And it was really weird where he was like, are you being a good boy? And he was like, no. And he's like, well, don't you think you should figure out how to do that? And he was like, I'm just being. And it was just creepy. Like it was just really creepy.
Because see, when I see a guy like the fucking Andreas or whatever he goes by now.
He changed his name.
He changed his name like 3 times. I'm like, how do you follow a guy like that? Because if I saw that guy start talking to me, I'm like, why are you so fucking weird? Like that would be the first thought in my head.
So that's the thing. The whole scenario of it reminds me of leadership camp. And I hated leadership camp because I was like, you guys are buying into stuff just because they're telling it to you.
Yeah.
You're not really forming your own opinions. And that really bothered me. And that's what I feel like it was. But you and I both, like, during the fucking... there's a lot of weird shots of him where he's just like standing and like he just looks weird, or he's like all the ballets he's like the middle, like the whatever, I guess, main character in it, or the characters in ballets.
Always like puts himself as the lead.
And he looks like he's had a lot of plastic surgery done, like he's obsessed with his body and stuff like that. And you look at him and you go, oh yeah, he's probably raping people. Like that's like what you're like. Yeah. Terrifying. Something like they just look scary.
Dude, when did we? Oh, we started right at 17 minutes. So we got 30 seconds left for spoilers.
Okay, what spoilers? Basically, they're in Hawaii still. Is the
this is
crazy.
Big spoiler. Is they're still going, and the guy, it blows my mind that he hasn't gone to court. Like that's what blows my mind.
Yeah,
because I think the statute of limitations might have run out, but you could even file a civil suit against him. Though.
Oh, I'm sure there's other stuff that.
Also, the fact that he's okay, that's 5 minutes. But hey, if you just tuned in this point, just give us one more minute. Okay, just give us one more minute. The fact that you learn his real name, that he was a failed actor.
Oh yeah,
and that he was a gay porn star.
Yeah.
So like he definitely is like.
And they showed some video clips of
him like aggressively banging dudes. Yeah, and you're just like, it's so crazy to me that like the thing is, if you were in that cult, whether you're a guy or a girl or whatever, and you learn that, you leave.
Yeah.
Like that's like, oh, this guy is just a fucking megalomaniac and he wants to be the center of attention.
Right. So then you watch the whole thing and you're like, I kind of get, up to that point, you're like, I kind of get wanting to be around people who support you and like are, similar to you in some way, or they believe in the same thing. Like it's like a church. I mean, like that makes sense to me. But then it's this thing where it's like one guy who just has made himself the center of everything and they're believing it, and then they stop forming their own opinions. They stop questioning what's happening. They just go on what he's saying. Yeah. And that's when it like is like scary cult type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm the one that like, I don't know, they were all sitting in some like circle and he's saying something. He's like, all right, well now we're all going to go do this. And I'd be like, nope. I'm not going. Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fucking dance with you guys. I'm sorry. But that's just because I can form my own opinions still. So it was a weird, subtle, like, brainwashing. So maybe that's, if you were in a cult, you wouldn't know it, right? Like, at least something like that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any idea that was really going on, especially if you were not getting fucked.
Yeah, I just... Jeez.
Sorry.
It's just like... Okay, I just found an article that I'm like, it seems like they screened Holy Hell in Hawaii.
Oh, really?
And I think some of the cult people showed up to yell and stuff. This is what's crazy to me, and this is what bothers me about the whole thing. And it's been well over a minute, but I'm sorry. We tried so hard to make the spoilers not
there's
happen.
no more spoilers.
Yeah, but we told the part about how has he not gone to jail?
Right, yeah.
That's what's I'm like, if you really are mad, I know all the embarrassing stuff has happened to you, and you want to, but this man needs to go to prison.
Oh, yeah.
Like, needs to go away. Like, it's insane that people can. It just blows. The thing is, I think he started believing his own bullshit. It's also what's crazy. Like well into
brainwashed. I suppose as a cult leader, you become brainwashed as well. Like you have to believe it too. So then they believe it, right?
And I think he believed it too because like the reason I think they say like the knowing or whatever that we were talking about. I think his background in hypnotherapy or whatever allows him to make this shit up, you know, and make you think you're seeing things. And like that's what blows my mind. Is it's like it's all like a perfect situation for him to fool with people and mess with people.
It's so crazy though, like how many people over that course of time, like at a time, but then there's like a turnover. So in the grand scheme of things, like there's probably thousands of people that he has like had involved in this.
Yeah,
over 25 years now. Like that's
nuts. Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and
so that's
that's. I mean that's an insane amount of power, and I'm sure even if he wasn't crazy in the beginning, he's just out of his goddamn mind now because
for sure,
because you have all that power and everybody's just listening to you. And even when you thought you were going to get in trouble, you didn't like 3 times. So now you're like, yeah, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah,
so I want to be a cult leader is what I'm saying.
Dude, I told you about that Creed Bratton.
Not to
what's the quote?
To be not to do the bad things, but like we'll just cuddle and stuff. What quote?
Here it is. It's loading. It's from The Office. It's Creed Bratton. I've been involved in a number of cults, both as a leader and a follower. You have more fun as a follower, but you make more money as a leader. Every time we watch something, I just couldn't stop thinking about that. Because it makes you wonder if the cult people that run that, like the cult leaders, if going into it, they go, I want to make some money. And then they go, by the end, they're like, oh, I really am like this God or whatever they think they are.
I don't know. It's got to be almost a joke in the beginning where you're like, let's see if these people believe this. And then they do. And you're like, oh, shit.
Because I get the making money part.
And then you're president.
Like at that point, you're just like running any other scam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it becomes like creepy religious and people get physically hurt, like in this one, that you're just like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
That's the... You know, abuse really ruins cults for everybody. I think
know,
it's
man.
Really, it could be a fun time.
If I was a cult leader, what would you do if you were a cult leader?
If I was a cult leader, well, I need alone time. I feel like people are always together when they're in cults.
It's true. It's very much a commune. Like, I think you have to be okay with being a hippie, kind of, if you're going to be in a cult.
See, and I'm not very good at that. But could you just be a cult like once a week?
Once a week cult?
Once a week
all right, once a week we all come here, talk about our feelings.
Cult meeting. Let's talk about hold hands and stuff. I still like being with like groups of people. That is an interesting thing, actually.
Makes me wonder if we should start a cult called the Hug Life.
Yeah.
But just tell people we're a cult.
Yeah, just be very upfront about it.
Hey, yo, guys, we're a cult, but we're not a bad cult. We're like a cult that just like
we're
hangs
the leaders.
Out. We don't want your money. We just want people to hang out with.
Yeah, we just want people to hang out. You guys like pizza?
You guys like pizza?
We got
chicken
some wings. We'll just have a once a week cult pizza party. And it'll be a good time. No, I don't know. And the idea of like a broader community is cool. I do think, especially right now, we're all very torn apart from each other. So I can see why that would be helpful. You know what I mean? If you felt like you had a community of people that you trusted. But then we're secretly... I did tweet something the other day where I was like, I want to be a cult leader. And I was like, but don't worry. You won't know it's a cult for years. And we'll just cuddle. That's it. But that's the thing about these is that they don't know it's a cult. So if we were just straight up and we were like, hey, you're in a cult now. You can't leave.
All right. Well, we have to positive spin not our cult, but the cults that exist, right?
Oh God.
So we're gonna do it. Now we did a backstory for about 10 minutes, so we're gonna do.
Yeah, can we just kind of put like the rape and murder?
Yeah, that's on
of
the
all
side.
That's
positives
separate.
of being in a cult.
Okay.
You have people to hang out with.
Sure.
You're in a group of people that you get to hang out with. Sometimes, like they said in there, minus creepy dude, they were all banging each other, consensual
you find
sex.
People they started dating within a lot of
if you're a virgin,
groups.
you're just join a cult. You know what I mean? Just get
if you're a 30-year-old virgin,
just get some
just join a
consensual
cult
love sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
okay.
what. You get to have
meet
sex
other
with
people.
You get to meet people.
You connect with. You know,
you usually get to it's low budget.
That's true.
If you're not like one of these people fronting money like the rich people were, but you're just living on the commune for free, eating the food for free, working on being a janitor or whatever. I don't know. That's what it seemed like they were doing.
Some of them were doing, yeah.
Cleaning toilets.
It's like, so what it reminded me of, and I thought halfway through the second film, that it reminded me of just a long-term Burning Man.
It's like you're at a music festival all the time.
I think that's what the thought of Burning Man is, is like, okay, we're this community, we're all together, we're putting, you do something and then I do something, like that's how that works. But then instead of, okay, it was a fun week or whatever Burning Man is, it's forever.
Oh, here's another thing, another cult positive. Yeah. You're going to get in physical shape.
Yeah.
Because you're not eating as much. You're working hard.
Yeah, you're
exercising a lot.
That one specifically was pretty body centric.
There's not a lot of fat people in cults, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if our cult would be too forcefully physical, but,
I mean, but we're not talking about ours. We're talking about all the other ones.
Right, I understand.
Ours, I mean, we should have some sort of exercise portion during our cult of hugs.
Yeah. We just walk around. You guys like walks?
You can just go on a walk around a lake.
Yeah, around the lake. Anyways.
Oh, that's the cult of hugs. They walk around the lake every day.
If you're listening to this episode, you have to come live with us now.
Mm-hmm.
And try to keep the couch together.
That's impossible.
Right. Okay. Other good things about cults. Be like a fun escape.
Yeah.
Like I watch Escaping Polygamy a lot.
I've never seen that.
It's a fun show about people who are in like the polygamist ranch commune cult type of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And there's these ladies that have like figured it out and they escaped and then they've been helping other women escape as well.
So this is what's weird to me about this. This is kind of sidetracked, but I always thought it was way better to be a dude in a cult. But now, the Buddha field thing, they threw it off.
Screwed it up.
Yeah, but because I feel like most of the time it is better to be a dude.
Yeah,
in a cult.
it usually is. Well, because most other cults,
it's all about sex.
It really is, and that's why
it's one creepy dude who thinks he's God who wants to bang
cult
people.
Leaders?
I don't know.
I think that's maybe just how they're born, is that they're like, hey, I'm gonna try to get money out of people and fuck all these ladies. Like they got to convince all these ladies that they all have to have sex with me.
Dude, there is actually a thing called "Are there cults founded or led by women?"
It's just like yoga. I mean,
it doesn't.
None of the big ones that
list.
Murdered everybody.
Yeah.
That's when. At what point do you decide they need to kill themselves?
Oh, see.
Asking for a friend.
So this is a thing that's saying that not only is it like. So here, I'm going to read this little passage. I don't know what it's from. I'm sorry. I think it's from something called Female Cult Leaders Who Kill, is what it's called.
Oh, okay. So there are some then.
In 1912, 18-year-old Clementine Barnabette shocked Lafayette, Louisiana, when she confessed to personally axing 17 people to death as part of her devotion as high priestess to the Church of the Sacrifice. 7 entire families, 40 people in all, were killed by members of this religious group, which apparently believed that the riches and immortality could be gained through human sacrifice. Revenge also seemed to be a factor in a few of the murders, as Miss Barnabette stated that at least 2 of the families had refused to obey messages from God, quote unquote.
Okay.
But that doesn't...
But she's not a leader, though. She's just like following... Of the
She's
whole
the leader
thing?
of the Church of the Sacrifice. She's the high priestess of the Church of the Sacrifice.
Oh. But then why is she saying because of her devotion? Like, who's telling her that? God?
God or funny voices
Okay,
in her
that's
head.
that's just craziness, right?
I mean, but that's what they're saying is, so this guy, this person here says that
there are
you can even
female-
argue that mafia godmothers or like people in the mafia that are women that run the mafia are cult leaders because it's in a way it's very
But
similar.
I'd take that one though.
But yeah,
It's
so
different. Okay, so
I
there are
think
some
so
ladies
what we're
up there.
learning is the lady cults are more about killing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're most of the ones that I've heard of, that you all heard of, like the doomsday type of thing.
Yeah.
They do end in some weird. I was afraid they were going to kill themselves at the end of.
At the documentary?
Yeah, just because I thought that was like a thing that you
I
do.
felt bad because I wanted to be there in the end with you watching that, and I had to leave, and that upset
Yeah,
me.
but then you got to see the end of it.
I did, but I don't even know where I went. Oh, I went and did that thing.
Delivery.
Yeah. Oh man, because you told me when I came, you got to finish that, and I'm like, we're finishing this now.
It was like right as everything turned. We were like,
whoops.
I don't really get what happens bad, and then oh god.
Yeah, I'm like, we got to finish this now.
Right.
But
Okay, so there's some cult leaders.
mhm.
That's cool. You know, it's good to
Not
know there's
very
no
popular.
glass
I feel
ceiling
like-
in the
I feel
cult.
like- It's the glass ceiling. Hey, positive.
Positive.
It's gender neutral.
Gender neutral cult leaders,
Mhm.
maybe. Seems like there might be still a little bit male dominated, but there are
I
some
could
ladies.
see, like, actually, because so you have like the men do like a cult figure of like I'm God, but you can see like I could see like a woman running a cult and having her followers be like she's like our mother, like her, like because that's like
Okay.
very similar.
So
like
Mother Teresa was a cult leader. Is that what you're
no,
saying?
I'm not saying that, but
Okay.
like
Sorry.
that thingy, like that. You totally threw off my thought.
I'm
It's done
sorry.
now. It's gone. It's too late.
Oh, they'd be like, I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah, like that.
And people do worship their mothers,
mm-hmm.
you know, because of
Yeah.
that. So
So I'm
I
just
do.
saying, if you want to take the mama angle, you can start a cult, Monica.
no, I don't think I could do that.
I'm going to take the mommy angle.
I
and
don't
start
want to be a
cult.
mom.
I'm your mother.
Okay, Dad. Well, this whole thing started because I watched that one movie on accident.
Which,
The Invitation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
that was,
That's not a romantic comedy.
It was very similar to that documentary where about 45 minutes through, I was like, I don't think this is going to get funny.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's very serious.
The description of it was like, oh, this couple goes to their ex's house or whatever, you know, and you're like, ooh, oh, see what happens. That's what it says. Like, oh, to this dinner party, they're invited by their exes. So see what oh, okay. It's probably going to be
Hilarity
funny. Yeah.
ensues.
We'll bring up some old, no, they're trying to kill everybody.
It's bad.
And then you realize that a bunch of the houses in that same valley are also doing it.
Yeah, spoiler for that.
Well, whatever.
It's all good.
That's really not that. That's just a creepy part, but you don't really
It's
get.
a good movie.
But yeah.
Any hoozle. I think we really did a great job of positive spinning.
Right.
cults.
Maybe we should review.
Mm-hmm. So sex.
Oh, sex,
You get to
consensual
say
sex with some of the
with
other
other members of the cult.
community.
The community.
You
get
get
to
supported.
support by friends. You get to
Okay.
live cheap and for free.
That's true.
What was the other ones we had? If you're a leader, you're making money.
Yeah. That's true.
Leader positives. We didn't talk about that.
I mean,
you're
the
making
leader
money
positives,
are all positives.
pretty much. I mean, you have to be in the mindset that you're okay with that, all of that,
Yeah.
and taking advantage of people. But if you are, then yeah, it's a great
Then yeah, hey,
scenario.
good for you.
It's a great
I
scenario.
know some friends that would probably do that. Some people in
Yeah.
comedy that would probably do
Yo,
that.
yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, there's a fair amount of people that I think would like to be worshipped like that.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that attention, but there's people who are starved for it. So they could do
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Next time somebody feels like they're going to go on like a, this is going to get dark, like a mass shooting, just start a cult instead.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deflect away.
Just, yeah. And then,
Good.
yeah. Anyways, it's
I mean,
still
well,
terrible.
it's not good, but it's better.
It's just better than
Good was the wrong word for that.
Yeah. I think there's just other people that are into what you're into. Like, I think maybe that's the moral of the story. Like, there's other people who are lost, who are looking for something. Maybe it doesn't have to be a cult where bad stuff happens, but you can still form some type of community, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's probably a fine line between, like, is this a cult? But
Yeah.
I think that's
do think-
that's the principle and why they work is because there are so many people that are like, I feel alone and
Yeah, I
want
want
to
to follow.
Yeah. What were you gonna say before?
I don't even remember.
Okay, I think we did a good job.
I think we did too. I think we made cults look really good today.
Yeah, for as
you know, they needed some positive press.
Well, they hadn't been doing great on their own. So
let's do the top 5 turnaround.
Okay,
top 5 turnaround.
At first, I was just like worst cult things, and then it was like the worst cult massacres, and I was like, let's not do that. That's terrible. So I did the worst movies with big cult followings.
Ooh, this is good.
Like cult movies, right?
This is really good.
So so instead of saying like why this is a good movie, I think you should say why you would want to be a part of a cult that's only people who follow this movie. You know what I mean? Like you want to be in that group.
Why I should like be obsessed with this movie.
Yeah. Okay, so number 1 is Clerks. Low budget, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Why you'd want to be
one of their followers.
I think is so popular because it's like the everyman movie. It's like you're in a job that's like shitty.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about. And I think that's why it connects with people like that.
Yeah.
And also Clerks, people that love the movie Clerks, usually younger people, usually party people, but not classy party people. I'd say like
40s in a bag.
40s in a bag kind of people, which are fun people to hang out with.
They're great people to hang out with.
Yeah. So I think that's a good reason why you get to party with younger people.
And they're like normal people.
And they're normal. Yeah. They're like not going to be like too like snooty. You know?
Okay.
It's just like
they've had to work in the service industry at some point, probably.
Exactly.
So
also, that's a good reason too. Is like the people that work in the service industry know not to be assholes to other people in the service industry, which is very important.
That is important. All right, that was
Nailed
really
it.
good. Good
Fucking
job.
boom.
Real quick, Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Well, I want to be in that cult because Howard the Duck is a Marvel comic book character, and so those are my nerds.
Oh, okay.
All of my nerds.
I didn't know he was a comic book character.
He was a comic book
Googled
character.
what the
and that's known as being one of the worst movies of all time.
I know.
And you know what's funny
so
is I have it on DVD.
He comes through a laser.
And I've never seen it, but I have it on DVD.
Okay, so he comes through some type of laser to Earth, and then eventually something bad, evil guy comes through there.
Yeah.
And then they have to get rid of it.
He's a duck that loves porn.
And he's the size of a human.
Yeah.
But he's a duck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
But nerds. That's why. It's from the Marvel Universe. That pretty much nails it.
Nerds. Armageddon.
Armageddon, like with Bruce Willis?
Yeah. I didn't know that was considered a bad movie.
You want to hang out with those people because they love Aerosmith and they know to sing the words to "I don't want to miss a thing with you."
You sing that all the time.
I do all the time. Sometimes while you're trying to sleep, just loudly in your ear, scream it to you. I could stay awake. The other reasons why. Bruce Willis. Big Bruce Willis fan.
Okay,
Die Hard.
Just Bruce Willis. So there's a bunch of other people in that movie I didn't realize were in that movie.
Yes, I think Steve Buscemi's in that movie because he's in like every movie. Ben Affleck.
Is the big black guy.
Ving Rhames.
No.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, one. Mm-hmm. He's in there, and I love him. Not
he's
enough
great
to know his name, but.
Mm-hmm. And then Liv Tyler's in it.
Yeah.
But I saw that movie as a kid and was very scared that an asteroid was going to hit the Earth. Like, it really fucked with me.
And that was during a period of time where there was a lot of movies about asteroids.
Yeah, Deep
Earth.
Impact. Yeah, I remember that one.
There was a lot of, and just like disasters in general. Dante's Peak scared me, like all those things.
Dude, the TV movie Volcano.
Okay.
Scared the crap out of me. Where they're in LA and the guy like has to get New York. I don't know. No, LA. And he had to get people off the subway and he's like walking through the lava and the lava is slowly consuming him. So he's like going down. It scared the crap out of me as a kid.
There's that. And what was it? Earthquake in New York. That was a scary movie. There's like a lot of natural disaster movies around that one time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Those people that like Armageddon, believe it or not, there's going to be like mostly people that love like Aerosmith and Bruce Willis, but there's going to be a small amount of people who love disasters and the science of disasters, you know?
So they could maybe calm
you guys can talk about science. Yeah.
Disasters.
Science people.
Yeah, okay. That's
very
good.
small amount of people that they'll probably.
Mostly Aerosmith
I'd say
fans.
like 90% Aerosmith and Bruce Willis fans.
Okay. All right.
And people and creepy dudes who are obsessed with Liv Tyler. That too.
Sounds like a regular cult. I think. Okay. Friday the 13th.
I actually would want to be in this cult classic movie because I want to like horror films.
You want to be in the movie or you want to be in the cult?
I want to be in the cult following because I want to like horror films.
Okay.
I don't like them because it freaks me out.
This might be an easier one because it is older. And if you watch older scary movies, you're
They're
like,
not
that's
as bad.
not as scary.
Yeah, I watched the original Poltergeist with Sean Cougar Mellencjordan, and it was it was very bearable. Actually, the scariest scene was the clown at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the other shit wasn't that scary, but the clown at the other end was.
This
like,
one, yeah, I was looking at some of it, and it's it's like based at a camp or whatever, and it does look old, and it doesn't really look that scary. I don't know, but the character of Jason is scary.
Scary.
But do you know the basis of that?
No.
He drowns. Like he's a camper, Camp Crystal Lake, and he drowns while they're like making fun of him.
Really?
Like yeah, and so then later when they come back to camp, there's like a killer, and they think it's him. Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
Another reason that you'd want to get into that cult of that movie is they're probably all fans of all the Jason movies, and the Jason movies get real ridiculous, like fighting Freddy Krueger in space, like that kind of thing. And those are like funny.
Fun.
Where it gets like, because horror starts scary and then goes really campy.
Do you think the Jason cult and the Freddy Krueger cult do not get along like they?
Oh, like Star Wars versus Trekkies?
Yeah. Do you think that's a thing?
What? Star Wars versus Trekkies?
No, I'm saying, do you think like Jason and Freddy?
Maybe, but I bet you they all interlap. I bet you people that like that just really like horror movies.
Yeah, okay.
Love those horror movies.
I love horror films.
You love horror films? Well, we tried to watch Sexy Warriors that one time and you weren't into it. So,
well, you were the one who were like, oh my God. I was like, how did you not see that coming? All right. Anyways, last one. And I really love this movie, so maybe I am in this cult, but Mystery Men.
Mystery Men?
Yeah, that was on there.
I love that movie.
I love that movie too.
I love why can't I remember her name? Janine Garofalo.
Janine Garofalo's character.
Her father's head's in the bowling ball and the bowling ball like moves.
That's her power is the bowling ball. And then there's a dude with spoons. It's a great I think, well, I'm going to jump in on you.
I mean, you're just breaking the rules of the game.
I think if you really like Mystery Men, you like good comedy.
Like
you like good. You can appreciate, not that movie's like genius, but you can appreciate good like stand up.
Dude,
I think.
when I watched that movie the first time and they kill like Captain Awesome or whatever his name is really early, you're just like, what? And then they get really excited. Also, the scene where they're auditioning superheroes is one of the funniest scenes.
It's so good.
Yeah. I am, what is it?
That.
I am Waffle Iron. I am son of Waffle Iron or something like that. It's really weird. But yeah, I think those people that like those movies appreciate good comedy, though.
That's good. Okay, I just felt like that was good. That was a good top 5. There was one honorable mention that I was pretty upset about because I didn't realize it wasn't everyone's favorite movie.
What's that?
Spice World.
I've never seen Spice World.
Okay.
But I feel like that cult would be like 90s girls.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you're a 90s girl and I hang out with you, so it's good reason to be in that cult.
Should be leading. Maybe that's it. It's the Spice Girls cult. No. It was it was a solid film, I thought. Anyways. Okay.
What about the Britney Spears movie?
Crossroads?
Yeah.
Does that have I don't think it has a cult following. I think everybody went, no,
Spice World or Crossroads?
Spice World. What are you talking about? Well, because Spice World was about the Spice Girls. Like, it was still them, like, doing all these different things. And so you felt like you knew them a little bit more, you know? It's like if you listen to them on a podcast once a week. But Crossroads was more like she was a different character.
She
and
was
it was kind of a love story.
And it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Pretty bad. Right. Brittany, pretty bad.
I don't.
Just kidding, Brittany. I don't know why I'm being so mean to you about it.
She's in Vegas, not dancing.
What's she doing?
She's singing. She just doesn't dance a lot on stage anymore.
Oh, why not?
She's gotten very lazy.
Oh, no.
Sorry, those are my opinions of Britney Spears' new
Brittany.
She's having a good time.
Fix your dancing skills, Brittany. I'm Michael Caine.
Yeah, that's gonna change.
You like my Michael Caine?
Yeah, I like how he appears on the podcast.
Your
at least
dancing
once
is
an
roughly the
episode.
size of a tangerine.
Are we ready to quiz?
It doesn't even have to make sense anymore. All right, let's quiz. This quiz is probably short, but it's off topic and it's fun, and we're doing it.
I feel like we're slowly getting out of the dark stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So this one is a very, you have to have seen the show Arrested Development.
Yes, but
which
if you
Bluth
haven't.
family chicken dance are you?
So if you haven't seen it, it's a hilarious concept because it comes back multiple times. But it's basically that no one knows how
How
to
to
when
do
you're
a
like,
chicken
oh, you're
dance?
a chicken, blah, blah, like that. And so they all do it differently. And this is my favorite scene, this one right here in the front. It's like three of them doing it. And he goes, have none of you ever seen a chicken before? Like, because they're all wrong, but they're all different. Yeah.
So the first one is, who's your favorite Bluth sibling? Michael, Lindsay, Buster, or Job?
Oh.
Who are you going to choose, Monica?
I'm going to choose Lindsay. I do like Lindsay.
Dude, I'm torn between Buster and Job.
I know, that's tough.
I
It
think
is
I'm going to
Buster
go
with his fake
Buster
hand.
because he has a hook hand.
That's a great character, too, compared to some of the other characters that he has played. Like, he's just even weirder than, like...
Which of J. Walter Weatherman's lessons do you relate to the most?
Yeah, this is for anybody.
That's why you always leave a note. That's why you don't yell. That's why you don't teach lessons to your son. That's why you don't teach your father a lesson.
I put that's why you don't yell. Because I don't like yelling.
I think that's why you always leave a note. Actually, no, I'm going to say that's why you don't teach your father a lesson. That's the funny one that wraps it all up. Who would you hire as a babysitter? Maybe George Michael, Anne Veal, or Mrs. Featherbottom?
I don't know. I feel like maybe would get them in trouble.
Yeah.
We saw her in a bagel shop in New York. Did I tell you that?
No.
She just sat next to us too. I think celebrities there are different. Where like here people like attack them in LA, but they're just there's so many fucking people that they're just like intermixed.
Yeah.
So Shane Torres and I were just in this bagel shop. And we were like, oh, it's maybe. Oh my god.
Is it maybe?
Right, and then we were like, oh, she's just gonna get it and leave, but she didn't. She sat in a chair like right next to me, and I was like, yeah, so shows and stuff and comedy and how's your bagel? Like it was just very. I was nervous.
I don't know who I'm going to choose.
I think I'm gonna choose maybe just because she is responsible, even though she like does.
I'm going to choose George
Michael's-
Michael because I saw a lot of myself in George Michael as a kid.
Yes, he's afraid of everything.
Yep. Who'd you turn to for legal advice? Bob Loblaw or Barry Zuckercorn? Bob Loblaw's Loblog?
I'm gonna go Barry Zuckercorn.
I'm going to go
Who
Bob
is-
Loblaw because that's my favorite thing to say.
Henry Winkler.
That's a good reason too. What's your favorite look on Stan Sitwell? And it's like kind of confused and hurt.
No, one of his eyebrows is pushed up.
Oh yeah, one of his eyebrows is pushed up. Very angry looking with long hair, like seriously long straight hair,
like the
and then,
wrestler.
like,
He looks
weird
like the wrestler.
curly hair kind of thing.
I'm
I want to go long hair, really long hair.
I'm gonna
bottom
go
left.
this eyebrow, this confused eyebrow thing.
And which of the following quotes do you relate to the most? I've made a huge mistake. I don't understand the question. I won't respond to it. Daddy horny Michael, or you are now punished. I punish thee.
I'm gonna go. You're now punished.
I'm going to go, I don't understand the question. I won't respond to it.
I won't respond to it.
What's your favorite Bluth TV moment? The Cornballer infomercial, Caged Wisdom, Lucille caught kissing a homeless man, or the Boy Fights series? I'm going Boy Fights.
The cornballer, I know it's hard to explain, but that commercial is so fucking funny. It's just like super defective and it burns the shit out of everything. It's so funny.
Dude, the Boy Fights thing made me laugh so hard.
It's hilarious.
Magic tricks or illusions?
Now I want to watch this show.
I do illusions. Tricks are for whores, Michael.
They're illusions, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to pick.
Picking illusions?
Yeah.
I'll pick magic tricks
I
just
like
for the
to
sake
be
of having a different
real
answer.
serious about, because I feel like that's the equivalent of somebody being like, oh, you're going to put me in your routine. And I'll be like, it's called a set, you dumb motherfucker. Like,
Little skits. Which of Job's faces of regret are you? You have him sitting dejected on a sofa in a suit. You have him really scared, I think, on a floral couch.
no, that looks like a jungle blanket of a child.
And you have him up against a window. And then him just like staring off into space. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the jungle look.
Okay, I'm going to go the suit, dejected suit. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we got different ones.
What did you... Okay, I got Lucille's chicken dance. This is...
She just flaps her arms around.
Yeah.
My favorite dance of all of them, and I got it, is Lindsay's, because she fucking like kicks her legs out and then goes like this.
What noise
She
does
goes
she make?
cha chi cha chi.
Cha-chi, cha-chi, cha-chi. It is an amazing joke.
It's such a good joke.
If you
isn't it?
haven't watched like Arrested Development, and I know people say this about a lot of television,
Right.
but I feel like Arrested Development's so good that you can say you need to watch this.
It's so good, and I've watched it. I think all the way through, probably 3 times.
It's so funny.
It's up there with Parks and Rec as far as I could watch it over again.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
It's amazing, and they don't even really mention Tobias, but he's probably one of the better characters of any
so
sitcom.
good. If I find a chubby, I'll suck it right up. If I have to take a chubby, I'll suck it right up. That's what he says.
You saw the newest one, right? The Netflix one.
Yeah, they only did 1 season of that, right?
Anus Tart. Yeah.
Anus Tart. Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
All
How
right.
much time?
What time is it right now? All right, we got time for charity.
We always have time for a charity.
Mm-hmm.
But since this is coming out on the 30th of November,
30th of November.
November is AIDS Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked what I found on Charity Navigator to be the highest rated foundation for AIDS, and that's the Elton John AIDS Foundation.
Elton John AIDS Foundation.
They focus a lot on prevention, but did you know, yet again, they are the top funder, and they're based in New York, which is interesting because they're the top funder for LGBTQ programs in the southern United States.
Really?
So basically, they're like taking a highly populated place, having them donate a lot of money, and then going, we're going to give it to where they need more help in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool.
I like that.
And not that, I'm sure they use a lot of it in New York as well, but
That's good. That's really good, Monica.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You did a great job today.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have any final thoughts on cults before we close this out here?
Any final thoughts on cults?
Mm-hmm.
If it's going to keep me in shape like they were.
That was a benefit. I was watching it like, dude, I wonder if I lived in a commune by myself with all these other people, if I would like work out that much.
Well, that was part of his deal.
You had to
like,
keep yourself in really good shape.
So there was like, if you're going to be in a cult, you probably want to be in the one where everybody's hot, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's my final thought.
That's your final thought?
If you're going to be in a cult, make sure everybody's hot.
That's a good point. All right, let's go watch Spice World.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.